Africa's growing importance for the Catholic Church in the coming decades comes down to two major factors. First, the conversion of sub-Saharan Africa at the start of the 20th century is bearing fruits. Secondly, the growth of Africa's population in the 21st century is unique among all regions in the world. These two factors coming together signals that many of the missionaries of the 21st century will be coming from Africa. The globe's second largest continent by landmass, Africa was in 2020 home to a population of 1.3 billion people. 50% of that population is Christian, 17% is Catholic. Africa's Catholics already make up roughly 20% of the global Catholic population, but they're also the fastest growing Catholic region in the world. By 2050, the World Christian Database estimates that African Catholics will make up 32% of the Catholic Church.
I'm so thankful for what happened in Africa because it's a mystery and a miracle of evangelization. Evangelization in Africa is a very new thing. We were there in Asia before, and we've struggled in Asia, even though some countries like Philippines or Korea or Vietnam are coming to Christ massively. But in Asia or in Africa, if we're to compare, it's unbelievable. In 120 years, 25 years, the mission has been like a fire, a wildfire that has really set Africa ablaze. And today it's so beautiful to see that these young Christian countries are themselves becoming missionary. And we're so grateful in France to have many missionaries from Africa who are coming to help us.
Bishop Emery Kabongo, who served as bishop in the Congo, remembers that it wasn't always easy back then, and that the leadership of the church focused very much on making sure the message of the faith was being shared.
The faith grows, you said it well, but it needs more priests because the country is large. My diocese, which was the Diocese of Luebo, was 32,000 kilometers squared. Sometimes we had to travel by foot, but we ended up buying a small car. We even went by motorcycle. So as a bishop, I did not wait to have better modes of transportation to visit each village. We talked and did what we could. We became priests and bishops to preach, to announce God who loves. When I was a bishop in the Congo, they said that we should start by learning to carry the message of the Catholic faith.
According to data collected by the World Christian Database, as of 1900, the continent was 9% Christian and 33% Muslim, while 58% followed traditional ethnic religions. The period from 1900 to 1970 brought about rapid religious change to Africa, as well as population growth and economic development. The total percentage of Christians in Africa increased fourfold between 1900 and 1970. The percentage of Catholics increased even more rapidly, from 2% in 1900 to 6 times that number in 1970. Because populations are growing more quickly in countries with a greater share of Catholics, demographers predict that Africa will continue to become gradually more Catholic over the coming decades. The conversion of Africa during the 20th century has made Christianity the single largest religious affiliation on the continent.
We need to have this joy of the gospel, which is kind of like what I think of when I think back to my travel in Africa. I remember a beautiful mass in Namibia. We were in a small village by the sea, and the father just, started singing the Gloria in Excelsis, Gloria in Excelsis Deo, and then the choir went off on a 4-voice kind of beautiful piece of Gloria, and I was like, well, this is the glory of the Lord. It was all in local language, and it was really beautiful, and I was like, well, I love this joy. It was a poor village, there was not much there, but there was polyphonic singing and joy of the gospel, and so that's what I hope all people can live out. That's a very new community.
While the Catholic community in Africa may not be the oldest, it is a young and vibrant church that will certainly light the world of the 21st century with the flame of the gospel.